I studied fine art, which started with painting and making installations. But I stopped that because I felt I was getting quite frustrated and bored in a way of making work on my own in a studio and then seeing work on the wall of a gallery that a few people might look at and walk away. And there was no engagement other than just looking, just being a spectator. I just wanted to do anything that would allow me to have more of an engagement with the audience. So I started making video works first of all, because I was quite nervous to interact with audiences. So I performed to camera, and then eventually I took that out into public locations, and which then became live art. And then since then, that sort of label's been associated with my work, which I don't mind. I feel quite comfortable with being in that kind of category of live artist. So Felicity came about because when I started doing live artworks as myself on the street in Camberwell, around Camberwell Green, started doing a market research exercise called the half smile test, pretending to be selling or promoting this new scientific therapy. And I started doing it as myself, Lucy Panesar, but I just couldn't be authoritarian enough to get other people to believe what I was doing. So I created Felicity as a persona. I wanted her to have authority, be officious, be really efficient and just really good at her job in a very corporate kind of way. And I really enjoy playing her because it's part of my character that I maybe repress quite a lot of the time because it's a bit embarrassing to be that kind of person, especially in the art world. As a market researcher, I've been conducting and coordinating market research exercises, audience evaluation and public opinion surveys for several years now. I work on a freelance basis but on long-term contracts with specific organisations and corporations across the UK. I think it's just satisfying the clients that I'm working for. You know, they have the requirement, the need to know something from an audience, from their customers, or for potential customers or clients, and I'm able to provide them the information they need to know. So I'm kind of acting as a liaison between a corporation and a potential client or public. I find exciting. When it comes to live art, Felicity is confused. She is out of her comfort zone. She feels awkward. She looks odd, so therefore she feels odd. But quite often when she's in a live art circumstance, she feels uncomfortable and frustrated because there's certain things about live art events that makes it difficult for her to collect data and to interact with audiences. Performance art and live art, I have to confess, I think it's an odd thing. Just through some of the audience evaluation surveys that I've helped to conduct, I've happened upon a few live art experiences that in any other circumstances I wouldn't wish to endure. There was one audience opinion survey that I helped conduct at the Bethnal Green Working Men's Club, which I found particularly offensive and shocking. If I was approached and asked to be involved in live art, I'd decline. I'd be maybe flattered, but I'd say no. I have enough to do with my own work, and in my spare time I prefer to do other things. I like swimming and running, those kinds of things. When I started doing things as Felicity, this ball started rolling, and I started getting a lot of commissions from different art organisations who wanted Felicity to do their audience evaluation surveys. And I was doing loads of gigs all over the place, to the point where I just got really confused about who Felicity was, why she was doing these things, who am I in relation to Felicity, and the whole thing got a bit out of control. I purposefully stopped doing Felicity-related things so that I could just start picking up other or exploring other elements of my practice as and when that would come about. And yeah, this year I've started dancing quite a lot just for fun, and that's led to me being involved in a performance more recently that's not my own performance, but it was really nice to be part of it, and that was here at the South Bank Festival Hall, part of the Vintage Festival. I joined 7 other women as part of a tea trolley dance coupe, and we dressed in 1920s Charleston outfits and did a really funny, elegant, musical style dance to Tea for Two with tea trolleys. And that was kind of just for fun for me, but again, this year it's about exploring slightly different things to do, and it's part of my practice.